Mongoose Jake here to do a video that I have actually been meaning to get to for quite some time, and I plan to possibly do this as a multi-part video, with being updated and ongoing. And what I'm talking about is a, not so to speak, a buyer's guide, but more of my tips of what to look for those of you purchasing Nerf blasters, whether it be Nerf brand or other brands. What to look for if you're either new or buying it as a gift for somebody else, or just out looking and want to see what should I keep in mind. I'm going to go over a few different categories, such as things that I feel give you the best value for your dollar, and I will hit certain price points as well as just basically mentioning some blasters that I believe were big standouts over my years of testing and are still currently available. And I'll also mention blasters to avoid at all costs, because either they're overpriced, don't perform properly, or in the case of a few Nerf brand ones, actually hit both marks of being overpriced and not even performing the way they're supposed to on the package. But without further ado, we're going to start at the very low end of the scale as far as price-wise, with a couple I'd like to mention that you can get your hands on for around the $5 range to maybe $10 at most. And the first one's actually going to be a Nerf brand blaster. Yeah, surprise, surprise. With the new Alpha Strike line, what you're going to get is price point. This little 4-shot pistol comes out at $4.99 retail price, which is a nice price point for just wanting to get some stuff to have some fun with your buddies, or as a parent looking to get some fun toys to hand off to their kids during the summer or whenever, just to get them something that's a little more active than just sitting on the couch watching TV or playing a game. But this is something that's quite nice. So keep in mind, I'm just going to mention it as overall Nerf's new Alpha Strike series. This thing it's simply made, and that does leave a little question for long-term durability, but for those who this is intended for, I think it's going to work quite well. Moving on to another option is the Busby Gem. This is sold sometimes singly and a lot of times as a 2-pack. And here's the funny thing. 2 of these sold in a package normally retails for around $7.99. I see these for sale locally at Kmart's, Kroger Marketplace, and you find them at Targets and other stores, of course online as well. But the little gems actually fire quite hard. They're fairly easy to prime, and they're easy to use. They're little miniature pocket-sized pistols that anybody can use, and they pack a surprising punch for a very low price. One huge standout is the XShot Reflex, and basically the entire line. I'm going to just take time to mention XShot's entire pistol lineup. You have the 6-shot Reflex, which I do think is the best deal of the bunch. And you also have a 4-shot version and a 3-shot version. And then the little 1-shot micro. They are all great buys. They're all very good performers. They all have very good long-term durability, ease of use, and surprisingly, you can also buy these. This specific pistol is available through the Adventure Force line as a Walmart exclusive, and it's nicknamed the Destroyer. So if you're in Walmart, you won't see the XShot Reflex, but if you do spot the Adventure Force Destroyer, that's the same pistol, available for $6.97 through Walmart. That's an absolute steal of a pistol. It outperforms all the Nerf blasters, or at least pistol types, and it does so while also being a better value. That's something that Nerf can't touch, and this is absolutely the best value in pistols. Now we're going to move on. I mentioned you could find the Adventure Force Destroyer, which is an X-Shot pistol in disguise. Well, the Adventure Force Hyperspin is also a X-Shot pistol in disguise. And it has the neat feature of you pull this bottom trigger and you're able to spin the 2 barrels, the 2 cylinders, and you are able to get a reload on the fly by just flipping that up. Very nice pistol, and it retails for just under $10 at Walmart. So definitely something to keep your eye out for. Again, very good performance, very good reliability, smooth operation, and it's under $10. And just as a side note, it absolutely obliterates the Nerf Flip Fury that costs more and underperforms compared to it. Now we're not going to keep killing Nerf. They did make a pistol that is fantastic. And this is for everybody. The HammerShot, which is hammer primed, is a fantastic pistol for everybody to use. And who doesn't like the single action revolver? I mean, They hit a home run with this, and they knew it. That's why they took the Hammer Prime mechanism and put it on no fewer than, I believe, six blasters. You had the 2-shot, double shot, or double strike. You've got the HammerShot here. Then you had the Doomland series, which came out with a 4-shot, 8-shot, 10-shot, and 12-shot. Because I got a Lawbringer up here, which is the rifle version. So you have a lot of options in the Hammer Prime. But, of course, the go-to is the 6-shot HammerShot. That retails for around $15, which is a little higher, but it's still one you should take note of, because everybody can use it, and it is genuinely fun to use with that Hammer Prime in a single action function. Again, shockingly, another Nerf blaster. The Chronos made its debut and was a Grand Slam home run. For good reason. It packs good performance, great ergonomics, and it's easy to use. Pull back the prime, open the hatch, put in 5 rival rounds, and then you just keep firing, and it's easy to top off. There's accessories all over online for it, and just in stock form, it's already very fun and easy to use. And for good reason, this is definitely one of the top rival blasters out there. And the reason is that I'm not including any others as far as pistols is, one, the new Adventure Force is a little subpar compared to this, so I'm not going to recommend it. And the new XShot one's coming out, but I haven't had my hands on it yet, so that's one to stay tuned for, because XShot has impressed me all along. But for now, the best rival pistol belongs to Nerf with its Chronos. Yet another Nerf blaster I'm going to recommend you keep your eye out for when you're shopping is the little Doomlance Holdout. It comes with a little scope on top that I've actually moved on to something else. But for $10 you get a single shot pistol that has very good performance, especially considering Nerf normally is on the lower end of the scale performance-wise. This example here shot all the way up to 80 feet per second, which for those of you who aren't familiar with velocity terms, it just means that compared to the normal, somebody won't have to arc their shot way up. They'll actually be able to aim, fire, and tag somebody with a dart, instead of having to try to fling the dart way up in the air and hope that it comes somewhere near whoever they're playing with. But the Nerf Doomlance Holdout. $10 seems a little high compared to the other pistols that I've shown that are all around that $10 range, but it does have good performance, and I do want to give Nerf some kudos for that. The most expensive pistol that I'm going to showcase right now is still a good deal for what it provides. And it's the one that's actually not coming from the big four brands of blasters. The big four, of course, is Nerf, Buzzbee, XShot, and Dart Zone. That's where you're normally going to find it at your major retailers. This one is going to be online exclusive. You're going to have to search for it, and I'll put a link in the description below for those of you to help out with this specific one. This is the Worker Hurricane. And so far, this is the only flywheel-powered pistol that I'm showcasing. And what that means is it takes batteries, takes a couple of batteries in the grip, and you pull the trigger, and it revs up. Mine's already modified, but you can actually, just straight out of the package, using regular AA batteries, this thing will outperform every pistol I've just showed you. And it uses its own special 6-round magazine. And it comes with one, you can purchase extras. And it's made by a company called Worker. And if you're new to the hobby, I'll just say, they are normally a maker of accessories and parts to upgrade and modify or accessorize Nerf blasters. However, they started making their own blasters, and their own blasters are, for the most part, very, very, very good. And this is one that, while it retails for just over $20, you can find it on sale routinely, and it is an absolute hoot to use. And you just, with semi-automatic fire, you just pull the trigger until all 6 shots are fired. Very nice pistol, very fun for anybody, even if you're brand new to the hobby. Worker Hurricane, something definitely look out for, especially if you're buying it as a gift for somebody who's already been playing. The Adventure Force Night Attack. It comes with a light that attaches, and it only works when it's on the blaster itself. It is top prime and magazine fed. Comes with one magazine and enough darts to fill it a couple times, but this is only $10. And even if you're going to remove the light and never use it, the blaster itself for $10 is a steal. This blaster actually shoots far harder than any Nerf brand blaster on the market currently that's spring powered, and which this is spring powered, so no batteries ever required. And it does use Nerf darts and use Nerf magazines. So if you've already got some blasters sitting around, you can easily manage to switch and interchange everything. But it's more powerful, and again, it's only $10. It's made by Busby Toys and sold under the Adventure Force label through Walmart. But that is the Adventure Force Night Attack. You're going to start to see a bit of a reoccurring theme on the value blasters. You're going to see Adventure Force an awful lot. This is the Adventure Force Havoc. It is actually featuring a side prime, and you have to pull this back, prime it, fire it, and it uses its own special clips that you can buy through Dart Zone. Because while it's sold under the Adventure Force brand, it is a Dart Zone product. And this thing shoots, again, very well, higher performance than the Nerf brand, and its clips hold 8 shots, and again, it's only $10. It's retailing at the same price as the Night Attack that I just showed. And this blaster, again, very easy to use. Everybody would have fun with it. It's very comfy, and I've been using this specific tester unit that I have for over 2 years, and I've had zero trouble out of this one. It's my personal, so I know exactly, been able to use it intimately and know that this thing has worked so well for me over time. And I've bought extra clips so I can run it and not be at a disadvantage. And again, the clips are even cheap. But this is through Dart Zone. You find it sometimes at places like Target or Kmart under the Dart Zone branding, but the best place to get it is through Walmart under the Adventure Force brand, and that is the Adventure Force Havoc. Now, getting onto the Busby side of things, the Busby Predator is a blaster you'll find for around $12, or if you do go to Walmart, you'll find the Adventure Force Alpha Rogue as a $10 blaster that is bolt action and single shot. That's very low capacity and slow to fire, but however, it's extremely easy to use, and kids absolutely love this blaster. I have a bunch of them that I use for loaners because of the fact that you can just hand this off and everybody within 10 seconds can figure out, oh, bolt action, stuff a dart in the barrel here after I've opened it up, close the bolt back, pull the trigger and fire. So easy to use, and they actually have pretty good power. They're at least as powerful, if not a little bit more powerful than your typical Nerf blaster. And depending on where you buy it, you're going to find it for about $10 or $12. I buy the Busby ones sometimes on sale at Kmart for $10, and the Adventure Force Alpha Rogue is also $9.96 at your local Walmart. So simple, easy to use, and high value. That's the Busby Predator, also known as the Adventure Force Alpha Rogue. Now, I am, if nothing else, a very genuine and honest reviewer. I love Busby, love their products, like the company as a whole. They do a lot of good things and even support a lot of groups around the country through donating blasters or helping out with support of events. And they're the ones behind the Adventure Force Eradicator. The Eradicator is available for $15 retail price at Walmart. Of course, it's as the Adventure Force branding. It is a blaster that's a rifle style, comes with a detachable stock and attachable and detachable barrel, 3 magazines, and a bunch of darts, again for $15. It's a competitor to the Nerf Retaliator, and it basically outperforms the Retaliator in every single way, shape, and form at almost half the cost. It's also available through other retailers as the Busby Tactical Storm. But the one nice thing about the Eradicator, other than the fact that it is a huge value, is that it has a very comfortable grip and very good performance, very smooth in function, easy to use. There's literally almost no drawbacks for you to buy these and hand these off to people to have fun with. And if you do end up getting hooked on the hobby and wanting to see if you can get more power out of it, these are very easy to modify for a lot more power. So as far as the value leader, I made a video on this exact blaster saying, is this the #1 value in Nerf? And yes, this is, by far. $15 gets you the blaster, and of course comes with the attachments, 3 magazines, and lots of darts to get you going. So if you're looking for a gift option for a birthday or whatever, the Adventure Force Eradicator should be #1 on your list for value blasters. So we're going to move on to a few others. I do thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.